quietly hear my playlist over here. So with that said, we'll start class in extended child's pose. So please bring your big toes to touch. Spread your knees as wide as feels comfortable. Place your forehead down on your mat and stretch your arms out in front of you. Take a moment here in child's pose to just start to ground down with your mat. Maybe just take a little body scan, see how you're feeling today, without judgment. Maybe start to roll your third eye back and forth, or allow your hips to go a little bit closer towards your heels. Exhale all of the air from your lungs, and then take a deep inhale through your nose. Big open mouth exhale. Let it go. One more big breath in. And then open mouth exhale. Let it go. Continue breathing on your own throughout class, letting your breath guide your movement. Take big, strong inhales through your nose to allow oxygen to get to your muscles, and big open mouth exhales to release heat and regulate your body. Know that throughout class, I will be offering times for you to take breaks, but know that you are always in charge. You have the keys to the car, so take breaks as you need them, even if I don't cue them. And if you ever become overwhelmed, just have a seat with your head above your heart and you're doing this when you're ready. No worries. Friends, if it is within your practice to set an intention for the next 60 minutes, go ahead and flip your palms up towards the ceiling right now. We'll do it right here in child's pose. So I invite you to just let go of something that isn't serving you today, something that's holding you back outside this space, and embrace the challenge. I want you to propel yourself in the next 60 minutes with focus, with your own strength, knowing your own power, and coming up for the challenge. Exhale all of the air from your lungs. Big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, send out your intention. One more big breath in, fill up. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, shift forward for a tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And start to rotate your hips back and forth. Add any organic movement that feels good and serves you today. Maybe you even bounce back between up dog scorpion and child's pose. Know that nothing is wrong, and it is up to how your body is feeling. And then friends, make your way to stillness and tabletop. Tuck your belly button up into your spine, send the crown of your head forward. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly and lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine and tuck your chin. Inhale, cow pose, squeeze your shoulder blades, gaze up. Exhale, cat, push the earth away, round your spine. One more inhale, cow pose, separate your collarbones as you gaze up. Exhale, cat, push. Inhale, return to tabletop, neutral spine. Exhale, walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat. Press into your left palm and send your hips down and back. Feel this in your obliques. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Rise up, walk your hands back to center, and then walk them over towards the other side. Press into your right palm. Inhale here. Exhale, send your hips down and back. Feel this in your right side body. Press into your palm. Big breath in. Big breath out. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale, tuck your toes underneath to prepare. Exhale, find a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. And for your first downward facing dog, just start to move. Maybe pedal out your feet from side to side. Shake your hips. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe you can rock forward in a high plank in a downward facing dog. Whatever serves you right now. Go ahead and take that. And then friends, in downward facing dog, make your way to stillness. We will refine your posture. So send your gaze between your knees, peek your hips up and back, and then melt your chest closer towards your thighs. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back, and then push the earth away while fanning out all of your fingers. Point your elbows in to activate your side body. Inhale, rock up on your tippy toes. Exhale, melt your heels down towards your mat. One more inhale, rock up on your tippy toes. Exhale, melt your heels. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float your feet behind your hands. Take a ragdoll pose. Spread your feet at least hip-width distance apart. Option 2, grab for opposite elbows to be still or to move. Send the crown of your head down towards your mat. Hang really heavy. You grab for opposite elbows. Go ahead and switch sides now. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Just allow this stretch to feel really good in your lower back. Option 2, kind of experiment by straightening one leg, keeping the other leg bent. Feel how that feels in your hamstrings. Kind of warming up to this posture. All right. Release your hands to your mat if you haven't already. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Take a generous bend in your knees and then slowly rise to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of each other. When you rise, face the front. Option to separate your feet hip width distance or bring them together. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your hands to heart center, standing at intention. All right, friends, let's get ready to rock. We're going to do sun salutation A. So inhale, mountain pose. Press down through your feet. Rise up. Hold here and breathe. Pull open the backs of your kneecaps to activate your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. Tuck your tailbone to fire up your core. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, and then turn your pinkies in. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, listen. Side body stretch to the right. Option to grab a left wrist if that serves you, or drop your right hand down low. Inhale, back to mountain pose, center. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Option to grab your right wrist or drop your left hand down. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, gaze up, press your hips forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold as you release. Ride your breath all the way down and hang heavy. Inhale to a halfway lift, press into your shins or thighs, or you can make contact with the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Tuck your belly button up into your spine. Rock more weight into your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose, hold here and breathe. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, charge your heels to the back of the room. Hold high, squeeze your glutes, you got it. Micro bend your elbows, gaze forward. You hold for 4, 3, shift forward in 2, and 1. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up, back. Big breath in. Big breath out, high Shelby. All right, friends, so that is your chaturanga option number 1. Option number 2 is to take chaturanga from your knees. Option number 3 is high plank press back to downward facing dog or just downward facing dog. Know that, again, you are in charge. Commit to the next 45. Breath to movement, sun A twice more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose, root down, rise up. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, your variation. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, gaze up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold as your release. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, high to low, your chaturanga, your options. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Grow really tall. Last one here. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale to the left, open nice. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Biggest one yet, friends. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold as your release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low, your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come down to your knees. Grab a quick sip of water. Friends, if you have weights with you, awesome. If you have soup cans, if you have water bottles, if you have wine bottles, you do you, whatever serves you best today. We're going to be using our weights for the next portion, so we're going to go into Sun B, and we're going to add weights right away. So because we're doing that, it's an express class. I'm just going to do a little bit of a heads up. So as you move your weights, make sure they're in the big movements to protect your spine. In halfway lift, I want you to really bend your knees, tuck your belly button strong, and then in chaturanga, your wrists are straight and strong, your knuckles are pressed into your mat. All right, awesome. Come to the top of your mat, and then join me in chair pose. So inhale, chair pose, press up through your shoulders. Exhale, airplane arms, lift your weights above your hips behind you, and then inhale, chair pose, rock weight into your heels, press up, and then exhale, tricep kickbacks, pull your elbows in tight, kick and lower, kick and lower, kick and lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, you got it, lift, lower, for 8, 7, 6, 5, short time, you go for 4, 3, chair pose in 2, and 1, inhale, chair pose, press up. Exhale, forward fold is your release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low, your chaturanga. Gotta get the right sound here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, friends, inhale, listen. Shift forward to a high plank pose. Adjust your hands for wide arm push-ups. So your thumb and your forefinger on your mat, throw rest or off. Charge your heels to the back of the room, or option, drop down to your knees. You lower and lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Push up and out towards the ceiling. Lower, lift. Option, take this your own pace. Lower and lift. Option, hold high plank. Get some good shoulder strength. For 8, 7, you can. 6, 5, here for 4, 3, hold low, in 2, and 1, hold it low, hold for 4, 3, high plank, in 2, and 1, press back, high plank, and then downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, reach your right toes up high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. You tick-tock right to left. It's right to left. A little oblique work here. Right to left. You go for 4, 3, lift your toes in 2, and 1. Inhale, reach your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Place your foot between your hands. All right, a little leg work here. So press your weights on towards your mat, down towards your mat. Anchor down through your right foot and then lift and lower. Shiva squats looks like this. Lift, lower, lift, lower. You extend, then bend. Extend and bend. Shoot your back foot all the way as if you are tapping it on the wall. Option to come down to a curtsy lunge. Lift and lower. 10 your fingers, engage your core. Use your breath. Lower and press, you got it. Lower and press, you go for 8, 7, yes you can. 6, 5, here for 4, 3, pulse slow, in 2, and 1, pulse slow, you pulse, pulse, super, super tiny. Pull your belly button in nice and strong. For 8, 7, tiny pulses. 6, option drop down to your back foot for 5. Here for 4, 3, crescent lunge, in 2, and 1, leap of faith, send your left foot back, grab your waist, inhale, crescent lunge, press up through your shoulders, exhale, hinge forward, narrow rows, and lower, lift, lower, option 1 arm at a time, option drop down to your back knee, or option press off of your right foot for airplane legs. You lift and lower, lift, lower. For 8, 7, point your elbows back. Just 6, 5, here for 4, 3, 8 pulses in, 2, woo. And 1, 8 pulses, 4, 8, 7, short time, 6, you have options, 5, here for foot, 3, crescent in, 2, and 1, inhale, crescent lunge, press up. Exhale, warrior 2, open up. Draw one or both weights in towards your left hand. Hinge forward on your right knee, my goodness, end of Monday. You're gonna lift and lower, lawn mowers. Here we go. You lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Exhale, inhale. Option 2 weights. Option no weights. Lift, lower. Shine your chest out. Lift, lower. Activate your obliques. You've got it. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5. Here for foot. 3, star pose in, 2. And 1, inhale, star pose, press up. Exhale, horse pose, have a seat. You pulse, pulse, home stretch here. You go for foot. 3, star pose in, 2. And 1, inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse, lift your right arm high, yes. Exhale, pull, pivot, plant, high to low. Your chaturanga option to float your right leg. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep your hips up and back. Big breath in. Big breath out, friends. All right, one more time, sculpt side 2. So those same sun salutation B movements, more strength training, other side of your body. We're gonna even you out. All right, inhale, reach your left toes high this time. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. You tick-tock your knee from side to side. You go for foot. 3, lift your toes in, 2. And 1, inhale, reach your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Place your foot between your hands. Inhale, flip your weights. Shiva squats. You lift and lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Option, drop your back leg. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Don't think I forgot about that second set of push-ups. I promise you we're coming back to those. Lower and lift, extend and bend. Stamp your back foot on the back wall. You should feel this in your glutes. Really tighten up your core and square your hips down towards your mat. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Here for foot. 3, pulse high in, 2. And 1, pulse high, you pulse, pulse. Rather, pulse low, I suppose. Draw your knees in close towards each other. Don't let them touch. Square your shoulders down towards your mat. You can and you will. You squeeze and pulse. Short time here, friends. For 8, 7, yes. 6, 5. Here for foot. 3, right foot back in, 2. And 1, crescent lunge, right foot back. Inhale, grab your weights, press up through your shoulders. Exhale, second set of narrow rows. You lift and lower, lift, lower. Option 1 arm at a time. Option drop down to your back leg, or option airplane legs. You find the option that serves you best without judgment. Go back to your intention. Where's your challenge? Maybe your challenge was showing up today. Awesome work. Maybe it's coming up to airplane legs right here, right now. For 8, 7, you've got it. Just 6, tighten your core. 5, here for foot. 3, pulse back in, 2. And 1, just 8. It's 8, 7, yes you can. 6, 5, you squeeze your glutes. For 4, 3, crescent in, 2. And 1, inhale, crescent lunge, press up. Exhale, warrior 2. Draw your weights in towards your right hand, or option, 1 weight in each hand, lawn mowers. You lift, lower. Second side here. Option ditch your weights. Just shine your heart forward to activate your obliques. Point your elbow back. Even if you have no weights throughout the entire class, you're still activating your muscles. You're still getting stronger. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Yes, you can, friends. For 8, 7, 6, 5, short time. For 4, 3, star pose in 2, and 1, inhale, star pose, press up. Exhale, horse pose, have a seat. Add the pulse, you pulse, pulse. Super, super tiny. Heels and toes out. Short time. You go for 4, 3, star posing, 2, and 1, inhale, star pose, press up. Exhale, warrior 2, open up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, pull, pivot, plant, chaturanga, here we go. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come to the top of your mat, come to stand. We have some squats coming at you right there. Awesome work, all you guys tuning in. Hope you're doing great. So, come to stand, top of your mat, feet hip width distance apart. I want you to go down for 2, up for 2. So we're really gonna focus on building out your muscles and using control in this first set. Then we'll go on to precision with pulses and then down to basic squats. Here we go, short time, you're down for 2, lift for 2 and squeeze, you're down for 2, lift for 2, slow squats, you're down for 2, lift for 2. Really use your heels as anchors and launch points. So they are pulling all your weight down and then launching you off as you press up. I want you to focus on pressing up through the back of your hamstrings to activate your glutes instead of pressing your hips forward. For 8, 7, lead with your chest. For 6, 5, here for 4, 3, pulse low, in 2, and 1, sit low, you pulse, pulse, down an inch, up an inch. Option to separate your feet. That's what I do because I have lower back issues, and that really helps me access this pulse without putting strain on my muscles. Pull, pull, you go for 8, 7, can you sit lower? 6, yes you can. 5, here for 4, 3, basic squats, and 2, and 1, lower, lift, you lower and lift, lower and lift, a little faster, lower, lift, press up through your heels. Can you lift your toes? Really focus on your quads. For 8, 7, 6, 5, short time, just 4, 3, slow squats, in 2, and 1, slow squats, you're down for 2. You lift for 2 and squeeze, you're down for 2. Lift for short time for 8, 7, keep breathing for 6, 5, here for 4, 3, pulse low, in 2, and 1, sit low, you pulse, pulse, down an inch, up an inch, for 8, 7, home stretch, 6, 5, relax your shoulders, for 4, 3, sit lower, 2, and 1, back to squats, you lower and lift, last set, you lower and lift, stick with it, press through your heels, for 8, 7, this is it, 6, rest is coming, 5, you work it, 4, 3, step, touch, in 2, and 1, step, touch it out from side to side, awesome, awesome, awesome job, friends. All right, grab a quick sip of water. We got cardio coming up right away. All right, just a quick PSA. If you've been taking my class before, welcome to my home studio. We do what we can, right? I have tenants below me in this duplex, so I don't do any jumping for out of respect for them.
but I'm gonna cue these cardio moves and I'm gonna expect that you're adding the jump where you can, you're modifying where you can. So come, spread your feet a little bit wider and then punch, side to side. You're welcome to step touch rather, or you're welcome to really hop into it. You do you. I want you to pull your heart rate up, meet yourself wherever you're at today. Punch, side to side. Give it all you got. Really activate your core, side to side. Punch. You got it, Monday. For 8, 7, jumping jacks in 6, 5, jumping jacks in 4, 3, 2, and 1, jumping jacks. Option is here. Option side to side. Option add a low jack. Side to side. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Find your challenge, your focus. What are you letting go of? Allow it to escape the 4 corners of your mat as you push. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Here for 4, 3, high knees in 2, and 1. High knees like this, or option with a hop, or option no hop. Pull your knee in nice and tight. Crunch. Big exhales. Use your breath. Inhale through your nose. Out here. Exhale rather through your mouth. Oh my gosh. It's a Monday. Keep pushing, friends. Short time here. For 4, 3. Back to punches in 2. And 1. Back to punches just 8. 7. Short time for 6. 5. Here for 4. 3. Step touch in 2. And 1. Step touch side to side. Awesome work. Woo. All right. We got good stuff coming. You're way more halfway done the class. So now we're gonna go back to those push-ups as I promised. Super short set of push-ups, biceps. And then we're gonna do some tabletop, on our spine glutes, and then core, and then you're done. We got a Shavasana coming your way, so all the good stuff is on the way. Stay on your feet for no more songs. Again, it's Monday. All right, come down to a high plank pose. Option from your knees, short set of push-ups. You lower and lift, lower, lift, lower and lift. For 8, 7, 6, squeeze your glutes. For 5, here for 4, 3, come to your knees in 2, and 1, grab your weights, bicep curls, pull in and out, you lift and lower, lift, lower. Option 1 arm at a time. Option you lean back a little bit, or option drop down to your heels, lift, lower, lift. For 8, 7, 6, use your breath. 5, here for 4, 3, pulse at 90 in 2, and 1, pulse at 90, you pulse, out an inch, back an inch, really squeeze your core. Short time here. You go for 4, 3, hold high in 2, and 1, hold high, hold for 4, 3, wide arm push-ups in 2, and 1. This is it for 8, 7, last set, 6, 5, keep breathing, 4, 3, on your knees in 2, and 1, hammer curls, you lift, lower, option 1 arm at a time, option lean back, option on your heels, lift and lower, palms face in, exhale as you lift, you go for 8, 7, keep working, 6, 5, short time for 4, 3, pulse at 90 in 2, and 1, pulse at 90, pulse for 8, 7, this is it, 6, 5, 4, stick with it, 3, 2,
and 1. Drop your weights. Awesome, awesome work. You're on your mat for the rest of class. So come down to your spine. We're going to do some glute lifts and lowers. So lift and lower. Lay down onto your spine. Pull your ankles in towards your glutes. Option to grab a set of weights with you if you want to do a chest press. Or option to place your weights on your hips. Here we go. You lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, option hover. Option hover your hips the entire time. You lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Draw your knees in 1 inch closer. Press your shoulders down as you lift and lower. You got it. Lift, lower for 8, 7. Press your hips back. Just 6, 5. Can you lift your toes? You can. 3. Pulse high in 2 and 1. Pulse high. You pulse. Pulse. Up an inch, down an inch. Super, super tiny, friends. You got it. For 8, 7. Big breaths. 6, 5. Lift your right leg. In 4. 3. Lift your right leg. In 2. And 1. Basic lifts. You lift and lower. Lift, lower. Woo! Lift, lower. Oh my gosh. Lift, lower. You go for 8, 7. Option off your foot. For 6, 5. Here for 4, 3, 8. Pulses in 2 and 1. 8 pulses. Pulse for 8, 7. Super tiny. For 6, 5. Here for 4, 3. Switch legs in 2 and 1. Left leg high. You lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Option, drop your left foot down. You can, you will. Your glutes are the strongest muscle in your body. Your mind will always put before your mind. Rather, your mind will always put before your body. Oh my gosh. My mind is still not here. You lift and lower. Go for 4, 3. Stamp your foot in 2 and 1. 8 pulses for 8, 7. Press into your heel. For 6, flex your foot. 5, stick with it. For 4, 3, 8. Singles in 2 and 1. Single lifts for 8, 7. You can. 6, you will. 5. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees in towards your chest. And then rock from side to side. Allow your low back a little bit of a massage. And then friends, grab the back of your thighs. Rock up and down the length of your spine all the way up to a seat. Grab a quick sip of water, towel off. How are we doing? Little sips of water. Towel up if you need to. All right, we are bruising right through this. So we have a couple minutes of work left. We're gonna do a core series, and then I'm gonna stretch you out and give you a good shavasana, and then you're on your way with your Monday evening. So thanks again for being here, friends. I want you to stay seated. A couple of things. We're gonna go into boat pose. So with boat pose, I'll go this way so you can kind of see what my body looks like. Important things are to press down through your sits bones, and then lean back, but lift your chest so your spine is straight, and lean back, but then you're lifted. You can feel this in your belly. Option to lift your feet. So with that said, option to grab a weight, option to grab a pillow, some sort of object where you can press an imaginary space if you don't have an object in between your hands to activate your shoulders. So we're gonna start in boat pose, and we're gonna twist right and left. It's right, center, left, center. Option speed it up. Right to left, right to left. You pick your pace. Lean back, lift your chest. Short time. You go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, pulse right. In 3, 2, and 1. Pulse right, you pulse. Pulse, lean back, find that 1-inch space, that sweet spot that makes you shake. If you can't feel it, lean back more, lift your chest, find that space. Your gaze follows your twist. You go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, you pulse. Pulse to your left, you pulse. Pulse, you go for 4, 3, back to singles in 2, and 1. 8, singles, go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ditch your weight, come all the way down to your spine. Tabletop, reverse tabletop glutes. Oh my gosh, core. Here we go. Stand your feet on the back wall. Lift and lower, you lift, lower, lift, lower. Spread your elbows nice and wide. Lift and lower, you lift and lower. Keep crunching. Option to drop your feet down towards your mat and just go up to basic crunches. Spread your elbows nice and wide. Lift your shoulder blades towards the ceiling. You lift and lower. You can. You lift and lower. Time to empty your tank. This is it. You go for 4, 3. Pulse high in 2, and 1. Pulse high. You pulse. Pulse. Pull your shoulder blades completely off your mat. Drag your chin away from your chest. Gaze up at the ceiling. Pulse. Pulse. You go for 4, 3. Legs up the wall. In 2, and 1. Legs up the wall. You reach. Reach. Option to go whatever pace feels good to you right now. Keep in mind, this is your very last minute of work here, right now. You give it all you got. Dig deep. Lift and lift. You got opposite pinky toe. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Long body stretch. In 3, 2. You got it. And 1, lay all the way down. Reach your arms above you, long body stretch. Awesome, awesome, awesome job, team. Woo! All right, you made it. 40 minutes of work, and now you've got 5 minutes of stretching and Shavasana coming your way. All of the good stuff. So friends, I know that it has been really tempting for me, especially doing these online workout classes, to just kind of check out at this point in class, like got my workout done. But if you can stay tonight, I would really encourage you to stretch out your body and just recover and be in this space on the 4 corners of your mat for just a little bit longer. So we'll start with supine half pigeon. So cross your right ankle over your left knee. Option to stay right here. It looks like figure 4, but kind of on your spine here. And then option to grab the back of your thigh or the front of your calf and draw your knee in a little bit closer towards your chest if that serves you and that feels good. Please flex your ankles to protect your knees. And then option to rock side to side if that feels good. We're going to also go to happy baby. So know that spine stretching is on the horizon as well. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release and switch sides. Press your left ankle over your right knee. Again, option to stay right here if that serves you. Option to grab the back of your thigh, the front of your calf, and pull your knee in nice and close. Flex your ankles to protect your knees. Option to rock from side to side if that feels good and that serves you. Flex your ankles. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Release your feet. Draw your knees towards the outside edge of your ribs. Happy baby. Press your spine in towards your mat. Options to grab the bottom of your feet. Maybe your big toe, thighs, your calves, whatever feels good and serves you. Rock from side to side. Maybe experiment with stretching one leg out long, pulling one knee in, stretching out your hamstrings. Big breath in. Big breath out. Allow your left leg to go long. Draw your right knee in towards your right armpit. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, gently guide your knee over towards the left side of your mat. Stack your hips, press your shoulder blades down. Option to gaze up or over your shoulder, whatever feels good to you today.
Just allow gravity to do the hard work of pulling your knee down towards your mat. You don't have to force it. Big breath in. Big open mouth exhale. Let it go. Draw your knee back into center. Give it a squeeze and send it long. Draw your left knee in towards your left armpit. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, gently twist over towards your right side. Stack your hips, press your left shoulder blade down towards your mat. Goalpost or tee your arms, gaze up or over. Option to start to close your eyes. Shavasana is where we're heading next, so know that meditation and rest is coming your way if that is what you need. Big breath in. Big breath out. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Draw your right knee in to join it and match. Wrap your arms around your shins. Place your forehead on your knees. Give yourself a big, big hug. Roll into the tiniest ball and take the largest inhale you've taken your entire practice. Inhale, fill up. Fill up. Open mouth, exhale, release. Shavasana. Let your legs go long. Relax your arms at your sides. Allow your feet to just splay out. If you have a blanket or a pillow that you want to make yourself a little bit more comfortable with, feel free to grab that now, or maybe the towel over your eyes to darken your room. Know that you have nowhere to be and there's nothing to do. Let your mat catch you. You are safe. I will come get you when it's time. Until then, surrender. Spend your last few minutes here in Shavasana. Let's take an inventory of your body. A body scan. See the ways it feels different than it did when class first started. Take a moment to reflect on the challenges that you faced throughout class. I recently heard a phrase that talked about how we think that we're on this path and we see these obstacles coming our way and we label them as obstacles. But when it comes right down to it, the obstacles are just the path. There is no path. There is no obstacles. They are the same. We're going to take a moment to just feel gratitude for your body. Reflect on the obstacles, the challenges that you overcame in class today. And start to come back. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take your chin from one shoulder to the next. Inhale, reach your arms above you. Take a long body stretch. Exhale, roll to your right or left side, fetal pose. Use your bicep as a pillow. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Take a moment in fetal asana to just be reborn. And then when you are ready, push up onto a seat facing me. Please bring your hands to heart center. Keep your eyes closed. Sit up nice and tall.
It has been my delight and honor to guide you this evening. Thank you so much for showing up virtually on the four corners of your mat to grow stronger, and I'm so grateful for your practice. Please bring your thumbs to your third eye center, the space between your two eyebrows. The light the student, the teacher, in me loves, honors, and sees. The light the student, the teacher, in each and every one of you. We bow forward to seal in your practice. Namaste. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you tuned in live or you watch this later. I really appreciate you taking your time to take care of your body. And let me know if you have any questions, comments. I'm happy to chat. Otherwise, have a great rest of your Monday evening, and I will be back here next week, Monday at 5:30, doing the same class. So see you then.